Hello, how's it going, everyone? I do currently have a headache right now, so if I'm not as peppy, sorry. But I'm going to push through it and do this video regardless. So today we are pretty much going to be going over my analytics for the year of 2020. The crazy year that was taken over by COVID. Is all of it a blur, honestly. Like 2020 itself, I think for the most of us, especially me, when it comes to certain things, has really been a blur. And, mainly because our lives revolved around COVID and just trying to adapt to all of the lockdowns, the closures of your favorite stores and restaurants, just trying to stay healthy, and away from this crazy virus. So roughly 10 months ago, because I think it was 10 months, not actually a full year, I did a video on how much YouTube paid me with 3,000 subscribers. So at that point, my channel was just about pretty much, I would say, starting to, I won't call it climb the ranks, but it was starting to flourish to an extent. And that's when I started to take YouTube, video producing and editing seriously, or kind of making it that, second source of income. So just as an FYI, as of right now, I technically have 3 sources of income, like when it comes to the platforms I'm on. So the first one is me working within my career, which is in IT. So that's still the standard and norm. That's obviously paying the bills, and that's going to continue to be that way for, again, like for a very long time. No matter how much I may make on YouTube and etc., I plan on still working within my career in IT. Second source of income, and this is kind of as of recent, has been Twitch. So Twitch, I am an affiliate, but as of right now, I'm at 700 followers on Twitch, which I'm very proud of. I'm hoping to hit 1,000 by the end of this year. And, I'm making a little bit here and there. Now, I'm not accounting donations because I do have people who have donated, the people who have watched my streams and know who these individuals are, who has been supporting me when it comes to donos and stuff like that. So, but Twitch and my career are the other 2 incomes besides YouTube. So what we're going to be focusing on are my analytics for 2020, how much money I have made throughout the year, and also like the view amounts and the watch hours, all of those things, just to kind of give you guys pretty much a look. Like, I don't mind sharing this information with you guys. I mean, I'm very transparent when it comes to this stuff. There's no point of really keeping it a secret. It's just kind of just to show you what to expect. These things can widely vary. It depends on a lot of things when it comes to how much you may make, how many views you may accumulate, subscribers you may accumulate. A lot of these different things will be factors when it comes to the outcome. I mean, that's essentially it. So again, I'm going to show you my analytics, and we're going to go over it. But before we do this, if you want to check out the previous video before moving forward, the link to the old video will be in the description below. Again, at that point, I had 3,000 subs, and I think I only went over just the first month. Yeah, so this was in January or something. I don't know. It's a very weird time, but check it out just to get an idea. All right, so I'm going to be looking at my computer screen quite a bit. So if you see me looking to the left or whatever, or the right, the left. So if you see me look to the left, just know that's exactly what I'm staring at, but you will be seeing what I'm seeing. So just as a whole, as you can see on the screen, this is exactly what 2020 consisted of. I accumulated just under 6 million views for the year, which is absolutely insane to me. And I mean, it would have been cool just to hit that 6 just to get to that number, but I'll take it. Obviously, I'm not complaining, but that was insane. Like, it was a lot of, times where it just peaked like crazy. And, there are a lot of times where there's some slow months too. But 5.9 million views in a year is insane. Now, I don't even know really what to expect in this year. But my wife pretty much believes that there's a good chance I'll hit 100K this year. I try not to look at the numbers a lot, guys, honestly. Like, I honestly do not like looking at the numbers. The reason why is, again, I always try to say this, it's best to always try to humble yourself. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good to congratulate yourself, it's good to be proud of yourself, but getting wrapped up in all these numbers really can get to you, especially to your mentality. At least that's how I feel. So I try to just not be obsessed. That's pretty much it. I don't want to be obsessed with the numbers and all of this type of stuff. I just want to do what I love doing and pretty much going with that. So these are pretty much like reaping the benefits type thing. So with that being said, again, 5.9 million views, and as we can see here, the top video was the Naruto Shapoop reaction, which I don't personally understand why that video got as much traction as it did, and it's kind of continuing to get traction even within 2021. I'm not trying to say like it was a horrible video or a bad video at all. I don't think that at all. That's not the case, because any videos that I put out, I don't believe are bad. Pretty much, if I believe a video is bad, I'm not putting it out. Like, or I'm not even going to even record it, like if it's to that point. But I just didn't expect that video to do as well as it did, honestly. But it happened, and I mean, I'm not going to complain again. So that in itself got 1.3 million views. And as you can see on the screen, the rest kind of followed suit with whatever numbers that it got. So if you want to pause and kind of just check out the individual numbers, go right ahead. And these are not all of the videos. These are just the top within the year. But that video itself was really the main source of all of the views that I accumulated, but also there were multiple videos collectively that of course added to that number. Without a doubt, these are mainly reactions. Now I do more than just reactions on this channel. I do tech videos. I used to do gaming technically, but I have started posting gaming videos again from my streams. And I also do like, just sit down videos and stuff like that. So those don't get as much traction, obviously, because that is how can I say this? It's kind of a more difficult field when it comes to, being able to get traction, gaming and tech. Those type of videos will slowly become more popular, or easily more popular, at least on my channels, and as the channel itself grows. It just depends on, of course, who's watching, if they are interested in those type of videos and whatnot. But as you can see, most of my traffic comes from the reaction videos. And that pretty much, it is what it is. Like, totally understandable. Yeah, my primary focus is still going to be reaction videos, but again, I don't like to stay to one type of video. Like, honestly, you're putting yourself in a box if you're strictly just doing one type of videos. Now, obviously, again, that could work for most, but I don't like that. I don't like being stuck on one type of thing or one category. I like to just do multiple things, and that's just how I am. All right, so next is watch hours. So for the year of 2020, I got just under 280,000 watch hours. And just to put that into perspective, even with the views, in 2019, again, I was just starting to kind of get into the groove of things. I think I may have shown this in my previous video as well. 103,000 views for the entire year. Again, I didn't post and wasn't even remotely close to what's happening in 2020 and right now. And then 3.3 thousand or 3,000 watch hours and 1.6 thousand subs. And I did not make any money in 2019 because I was not a partner at that point. Again, putting that in perspective, you see those numbers for 2019 for that year. Again, that wasn't technically a full year of posting. It was probably like, I think started in like May or something like that. And then boom, like that's crazy, guys. Like staying consistent and just going with the flow and really just not forcing things. Like that's important. Don't force it. Don't force what you're doing. Make sure you're doing something that you actually enjoy, because it's going to be enjoyable at the end of the day. But this is what it will get you. Now, it takes a lot more than just doing videos, recording, editing, and whatnot. Because I record my own videos, I edit my own videos. There's a lot more to that to have potential viewers to see your content on the platform. One main thing is search engine optimization. That's all I'm going to say. It's very important to keyword, do tags, channel tags, the way you title your videos, the thumbnails, what you put in your description. There's so much that goes into it. But those things, along with staying consistent, editing your videos properly, like learning the ropes, whatever editing software that you have. And just one thing I like to always say is that whatever is like current events, like whatever it may be, because there's always a current event in a category, like such as new technology. If you're into politics, reaction videos, like whenever a content creator posts something, those things, like if it's a popular topic, getting within that circle of things, you're bound to have people find you. Obviously, they have to like what you post, or like how you put yourself out there when it comes to the content that they're watching, and all those type of things. Those things matter too. So that's a lot of factors that come into play. But search engine optimization at the end of the day is really what helps these things, as well as all the other things I just mentioned. So yeah, almost 280,000 watch hours. I don't know how other people's are looking, but to me, that is an insane number. All these are insane numbers to me. But I am very proud and excited. Like this is craziness, But again, just got to keep at it, and that's what I'm hoping to do this year. I mean, obviously, my wife and I are expecting our first child, our baby girl. So that is going to change things, of course. Like, I'm just going to have to get into a new groove of things, but that still shouldn't like change things like when it comes to me not being able to do as much. But again, just gonna have to get into the groove of things and just adapt pretty much, and how I'm going to have to record and upload and stuff like that. So as you can see within the views, so January started off pretty slow, but February like started to jump a bit and jump a bit. In March, you know, it kind of dipped back down, and let's just to keep going. March had a good peak, as you can see on the 23rd. And then I'm going to drop back down as well. So this is where I'm starting to consistently stay in the thousands, and then even jump to the tens and thousands. So in May is when it really just kind of stayed in that groove of staying in the 10,000s or more, pretty much. Like, I didn't drop from that. As you can see, August, we're still in the 10,000s, peaking a bit. October and November, like, as you can see, boom, like, we're the highest peak I think that was in here is December 6th, where I got pretty much under 60,000 views in one day. So that is the biggest peak that I see on this chart here. Just like the views, the watch time corresponds. So obviously the biggest peak would be in December. But actually, it's a different day. The biggest peak I had in December for watch time hours was actually on the 6th instead of, what was it, the 23rd? For 3,500 watch hours in a day. Holy shit. Okay, moving on. So, subscribers. Now, all of these numbers obviously, again, correspond with each other. So obviously, the more views you get and watch hours, the more subscribers that typically brings. So again, all these numbers should correspond even when it comes to revenue. Actually, revenue is a very funny part. Again, we're going to get to that. So within the subscribers, again, in January, it was super slow. And as we go on, you know, I'm starting to get into the double digits. I even jump into the triple digits within March. You know, that was a little bit of a peak there, but then we get back to the doubles. So again, it's the same scenario as you can see, where now we're getting into the triple digits, and it's kind of consistently in that per day. So again, things pretty much jumped off starting in May. That's kind of where the climax pretty much was, like the big peak for the channel. We still get back into the double digits here in August and September. But if we go to October, we're still in triple digits. I don't know if I hit past that. No, so I'm only gaining triple digits per day. The most I've had in one day was actually on the 6th, when I had the most watch hours. We pretty much gained 500 subs in one day. I mean, we're 499 to be exact. So again, all these numbers will correspond. All right, before we get to revenue, we're going to look at our reach section. So for the year, I got 52 million impressions. So as you can see here, they pretty much lead to watch time. This is how people are seeing your videos and etc. So 62% from YouTube recommending my content. The watch page and the home page is pretty much makes up majority of that. And then viewers seeking your content or other is the other portion, as you can see here. So you can increase the chance of YouTube suggest your content by increasing your click-through rate in your video watch time. So watch time, if you have a lot of watch time, YouTube will show that more to potential viewers or current viewers even. As you can see over here, the traffic sources are broken down. So suggested videos made up 40%, browse features 32%, YouTube search was about 19%, and then the rest was kind of just broadcasted out, like very small percentages here. But most of my traffic sources came from being suggested, actually. So what that means is if you're watching a video from another content creator, I will be on their side, and that will bring people to like, oh, you know what, that looks kind of cool, that thumbnail is intriguing, I don't know, or the title, and they'll click it, and boom, they'll be able to see the video that they're watching plus more, you know, even getting to the point of being on my channel and subscribing. I even have some external traffic, as we can see here. Not a whole bunch of it, because it's only 0.4% of my total traffic, but 35% of that, or 36% of that was Google search. That's really interesting. And then Facebook, because I do sometimes post on Facebook. WhatsApp? What? Okay, then Discord and Google. Okay, so pretty much like we have some more, but those made up majority of them. Got the traffic sources of the playlist. Now my biggest playlist is, of course, meat canning reactions, because people love canning of the meats, and they seem to really enjoy the reactions that I put out for his content, because canning of the meats is fucking crazy. He's amazing. He's an amazing individual, and we are all just drawn to the animations that he puts out. So 40% was suggested videos, as we can see. Majority of this was actually from Kenshin Payne's actual Naruto Shippuden video, and then the other one was from my own reaction. So my own reaction suggested others. Here are some other videos by djb or by me. And then YouTube search. So most people found me by looking up Meat Canyon reaction. And then Meat Canyon, Jawbreaker. Oh yeah, Jawbreaker. Wabbit season. Surprisingly, that video was copyright striked, but that happened to everyone, or pretty much everyone. And just looking up djb. So I had a 7.9% click-through rate, so nothing crazy, but it led to 4.1 million views from those impressions. And my average view duration for the year was 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Now, average view duration is everywhere. It's kind of complicated. And watch time from the impressions were 193,000 watch hours. Pretty crazy. So I'm actually curious about the audience, because you are broken up into demographic. Like some people are from, most people are from America. We have some from like Japan, Europe. Just to pretty much see like what my demographic is right now for the year. So from age and gender, most are male. How am I not surprised? 84% makes up male and 16% makes up female. Interesting. The age range from the majority standpoint is 18 to 24 years old, and that makes up 41%. And the rest, as you can see, is the rest. I have 65-year-olds watching my stuff. What videos are you watching? From a geographic standpoint, 48% is from the US, not surprised. We have 3.7% from Brazil, Indonesia, Philippines, and the UK. So obviously majority of this makes up the US. Makes sense. But we've got kind of a bit of like a difference here. Not a big difference or a big percentage in the other countries, but it's cool nonetheless. It also tells you when my viewers are on YouTube, that type of thing. Also, the subscriber bell notification. So I always like to say, hit that bell to be notified whenever I post, because that's important. That's the only way you can get alerted. So we have 35% subscribers who have turned on all notifications. I appreciate that. And actually, as you can see, typically on YouTube is 10 to 30%. So I'm actually above the typical or the average percentile. So I'm pretty proud of that. So I'm very glad. So when it comes to subscribers who turned on all notifications for your channel and enabled YouTube notifications, that's 26%. And again, I am above the typical or the average percentile. Again, pretty cool. All right, what majority of you may be here for. How much did I make in 2020? So when making money from videos on YouTube, there are two things you need to pay attention to: CPM and RPM. So I'm going to read this. CPM means effective playback based cost per mile. And it pretty much tells me how much advertisers paid per 1,000 monetized playbacks. So for the year of 2020, my CPM as a whole, each video has their own CPM, but obviously what YouTube does is collectively put one number like as an average. My playback-based CPM for the entire year was $5.63. So, to put it in perspective, for every 1,000 views, I made $5.63. Now, hold on though. This is before YouTube takes their cut though. So, YouTube does take a portion. I forgot the percentage. Forgive me. But that is before they take their portion. So, that's actually not a true number, but that is something to still pay attention to. RPM is revenue per mile, and it tells me how much I earn per 1,000 views, like straight up. This is exactly per 1,000 views what you or what I made. So for every 1,000 views collectively that I got, I made $1.57. Now, take that into consideration. I had roughly 6 million views for the year. But also, not every video is monetized. Some videos are, they have copyright claims. Some videos just can't be monetized. Some have limited ads. There's a whole bunch of things that come into play here. So that's not a foolproof number, but it's still overall roughly like what I made for the year based on the amount of views. So you can put 6 million views. What was it? You got to divide it by 1,000, I guess, and then times that by $1.57, you'll get a number. I'm good at math, but my brain isn't working right now. I already told you I got a headache. So yeah, that is my RPM for the year. So $1.57 for every 1,000 views. Now, so how much I made in 2020 out of all the information, the views and stuff like that that you guys have seen. So again, each video gives you a number. because they all had their own CPM, they all have their own RPM, and the amount of views they got and stuff like that. So just remember, keep this in mind. Remember the Naruto Poop reaction. Was it 1.3 million views? Keep that in mind, okay? This is pretty interesting. For the year of 2020, I made $9,300.42. This is before taxes. You have to take out taxes, guys. If you make $600 or more in a year, take that tax out. You need to, or you're gonna be fucked. So yeah, before taxes were put away, I made $9,300.42. So we're going to now pretty much go over the top videos like that contributed to that amount. But before we do that, I am going to go over the months. So in January, I made only 91 cents. And the reason is because that's exactly when I became monetized. I don't know what part in YouTube. I think it was literally like the end of the month I became monetized. I was very excited. I was like, yeah. However, I didn't even get that 91 cents because you need to make at least $100 to even get a payout. But that goes around for anywhere. That's just like Twitch. Same idea. So then in February, I made $135.23. Okay, I'm like, cool. Now I can get my 91 cents plus that. So I was excited. All right, just to keep it moving, March, I made $322.03. In April, we did have a dip down because we were going up for the most part, but it was a little bit of a dip. That happens. In April, we made $219.13. May, $457.34. June, $582.37. Now, July was a random big old peak. It then dropped a little bit and it kind of leveled out. So for July, I actually made $1,235.74. So holy shit, that's a big jump. Now we're in the thousands for a month, which is insane in my eyes. I mean, for me, I know there's a whole bunch of people like fucking PewDiePie. PewDiePie probably makes like 5,000 a day or more, but it ain't my business. I'm just letting you know, like that's insane to me. Like that's some money. That can help someone out a lot. And, it definitely did for us. Then August came, $922.62. So again, bit of a drop, but nothing crazy. September, $1,022.11. October, $1,137. So again, we're kind of going back on the uptrend here. November, $1,334.09. In my brain, I'm like, holy crap, that's my biggest month, compared to July. But no, December was like, hey, because all the advertisers are doing the holiday shopping shit. This is actually how it goes. When advertisers, or especially around the holidays, are trying to get shoppers to buy stuff, they go crazy. Like they spend top dollar. Just think of it like a Super Bowl thing. And so per ad that's shown, you get more money. So it actually has slowed down in January. January, like up until like April, it slows down a bit. So there is like, it kind of goes up and down. Depends on when advertisers are spending top dollar. So for December, I made $1,931.85 to end the year off. Holy shit. Like damn near $2,000. That's fucking crazy. Again, these are all before taxes, just so you guys are aware. And now we're going to go over the videos. Like what videos pretty much accounted for that amount, like from a majority standpoint. Now, again, a lot of people are going to think, oh, it's definitely that Naruto Poop reaction. Hella incorrect. It's really weird, again, how YouTube does these things or how the numbers happen, okay? So remember, those two things I told you about, CPM and RPM. Each video has one. Some video CPM or RPMs are high as hell and some are low as hell. It just really depends on what the video is about. Like most tech videos have a high CPM or RPM. Or review videos. But when it comes to like animations or reactions and stuff like that, not a whole lot. But again, that doesn't matter. If you get a lot of views, it can make up for it. So just to go down this list, my top video that made me the most money was actually my Purple Matchers review. The first one, I did two. This made me $1,422 for the whole year. Crazy. Because if you look at it, and these numbers fluctuate, they don't stay the same. $314 for the CPM. So for every 1,000 views or something like that, yeah, or again, it's confusing, sorry. It was $314. Now this isn't RPM, this is before YouTube takes their cut. Okay, so then we have the Naruto Poop reaction, which only made me $561. Now that got 1.3 million views. Some people thought I would have made like fucking 50 grand or something like that. No, I made half of $1,000. Goes to show you, it doesn't matter about views. It's so many different things that come into play. Next, another reaction. It was the Among Us Fail reaction by Gonzo. Then another Purple Mattress review that made me $405. Sorry, the other one made me $406. So very close. Now, if you look at these estimated playbacks, my Purple Mattress reviews, they only got like 8,000, and then this one's 4,000. Look at Naruto Shapoops. 490,000 playbacks for like ads. So 490,000 ads played to get me $500. As only 8,000 ads played and I got $1,400. See how much of a difference that is, guys? It's crazy. So really kind of think, if all you are in this for is money, which you should not be ever when it comes to anything, reviews, like tech reviews, stuff like that, that's where that's at. Just letting you know. But again, that should not be your main focus here at all. Like, or also videos such as for like videos for like stocks and like how to save your money, how to budget. Those I believe have really high CPM and RPMs too. Just to give you an example. So just to keep it moving again, another reaction for the UGAO, the under $300, the scientifically accurate videos, $200-ish, etc., etc. So again, we go down the line, multiple videos, maybe this and that. So again, just to show you, the views doesn't automatically be like, oh yeah, you just made $50,000 on that, stuff like that. No, it's not how that works. A lot of things come into play. And again, I really want to make sure you guys kind of get that understanding or really see it to really be like, oh, like, okay, like that's pretty crazy how that works. I'm just going to show you real quick this month so far. So far in the first month of 2021, or January, of course, so far I only have 431,000 or 432,000 views for the month so far. And this is as of I think it's kind of as of right now, within today, as I'm filming this, the 16th. Then we have 25,000 watch hours. I've gained 3,000 subs so far this month. And revenue is only at $373. Now, again, I'm not complaining. I'm just throwing it out there as it is a slow month because advertisers are not paying top dollar right now. Or, you know, my RPM and CPMs, depending on the video types that's going out right now, aren't really, you know, they're not doing it right now. Like, the money isn't really the main thing that's coming in right now, which is whatever. So as you can see, you know, I've stuck around like making $20 to $30 per day, but then it dropped down quite a bit to only like the high tens and stuff like that. So it dipped down because, again, advertisers are not paying a lot of money right now. It's pretty much the bottom line. As you can see, there are a lot of factors that come into play when it comes to your analytics. So just to kind of leave it on a note on like what I would like to tell you guys is take it day by day. You're not gonna be freaking rich and wealthy like the Jake Pauls, the Logan Pauls, the KSIs, the Degis. You know, like, they don't, excuse me, Jake Paul flaunts, but the rest of them don't. You know, or at least they don't do it all the time. Like, you know, KSI, I understand he has Lamborghinis and shit like that. I get that. But they can do that. That's all good. Like, do you, boo. Like, you're not gonna have Mr. Beast PewDiePie money right away. It takes a long time, or you just get really lucky. Luck is a factor, and the algorithm is a factor. Luck and the algorithm can really make things happen. But at the end of the day, staying determined, staying consistent, but also researching YouTube. Like, you need to do research. This is like school, almost like education. You need to learn what you're doing. You need to learn the things that go into it. You need to really play around and just get crazy. Like, try different things out. Try different video editing styles out. You know, venture out here, venture out there. There's nothing wrong with that because you have to do those things in order to see what really works well for you, your channel, the algorithm, you know, all that stuff. One thing I will say that I have noticed though, things didn't really start popping off until I became a partner. I will say there is a bit of a noticeable jump. Like when you are just a starting out YouTuber, which I get it, you kind of want to weed out the weak or the people who are just there and then they'll take it serious. Like you just kind of, you start off and then you stop. You know, you lose their momentum. Don't lose your momentum, by the way. Keep your foot on the gas. When you are not a partner, things are a bit slow or very slow, excuse me. Like you are really like, damn, I need to get 1,000 subscribers. I need 4,000 watch hours within the last 12 months. It's going to be tough. Very tough. There's going to be times where you want to give up or you maybe will give up, but try to come back. Okay. Try to come back to the groove of things. But once you hit those milestones, I tell you this right now, and you still keep that consistent way of doing things and really, taking it serious. And again, like I said, learning the things that really help out, you pretty much getting onto that YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. Once you become a partner, oh yeah, things change. I'm telling you, like, you will see it firsthand. Again, as soon as I became a partner, things kind of took off. And, it's more than just that. Like I say, you just want to keep it going and just do not give up. That's pretty much all I want to say here. So if you enjoyed this, guys, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any thoughts or anything else you would like for me to show you or explain to you, let me know. Again, I am literally an open book when it comes to this. There's no point of hiding stuff. Obviously, I got to be private about certain things, but when it comes to this, like it is what it is, okay? It is what it is. So, like I said, let me know if you need any assistance. I'll try my best to kind of, give you more information. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. And if you're absolutely serious about being a YouTuber or a social media influencer or whatever the case may be, keep it up. It'll happen one day. Like, honest to God, it'll happen one day. Who knows what 2021 will bring, but I'm just going with the flow. Again, I'm not going to be obsessed with these numbers and nothing like that because it's not worth it. I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy, doing these things with you guys and sharing this experience with you. And that's pretty much about it. But thank you guys for joining me on this. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Give this video a huge thumbs up and check out the content on the channel. Again, there's gaming videos, there's reactions, there are tech videos, whole bunch of stuff. Like, just check it out. But thank you guys. This has been djb. Peace out.